We celebrate the launching of the latest monograph edition of Villa Magazine. I would like to hand over the floor to His Excellency, Ambassador of Austria, Wolf Dietrich Heim. Please welcome the Ambassador. Thank you very much.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, colleagues and partners for this wonderful project. I very much enjoy speaking to you, from a very Iranian position. This has a lot of meaning. I'm not preaching, but I like the idea of, looking at eye level into all the eyes of our guests. I think for many this is the first visit to our embassy, which has a lot of history, but as an embassy it's been now in use for 15 years. It has been slightly remodeled, but exactly for this kind of events I think it's well suited on a sunny afternoon as today. The Villa magazine, as I understand, is now also soon 10 years old, and I'm very happy that Amir Abbas Aboutalebi has been conducting this project over the last year or so in showcasing Austrian architecture as it relates and as it may be relevant to your readers, your audience, and sort of a wider audience in Iran and beyond. Now, you've had, I think, a number of similar projects with other, mainly European partners, some of which are here present, and I think some of which may be your future partners. So I'll be happy to be introducing them to you as we conduct this evening. Now, if I speak about architecture, I very much enjoy the speech that I'm looking forward to with references to the concept of space and also Japanese concepts. I was serving as cultural attaché and director of our forum in Tokyo 25 years ago, and at the time we had a lot of dealings with Japanese architecture. In that case also our embassy was built by a famous and later Pritzker Prize awardee, Fumihiko Maki, who also built the Danish embassy in Tokyo. I will not mention that my wife is an architect and had been sort of receiving her training at the Technical University in Vienna. So I'm also sad to hear that Negar didn't make it, but we look forward to seeing her on other occasions. She has also studied, and I think she's teaching at this point at the Technical University in Vienna. Now, I will not speak so much about the Austrian projects that you have been showcasing, but just briefly on a more general note that architecture and design in our case, I think in many other European countries, has sort of received a new focus with the climate crisis and the challenges that we see in being more careful with the resources that we have at our hands. So in the case of Austria, I think we've seen that a lot of modern design is more innovative in the choice and use of materials. And I think some of the projects that you've also selected, I think indicate that we have wood as a building material that has been used extensively and in a very different way than it had been maybe 20 years ago. Now, on that, I think I will make sure that this evening is not too long of speeches and hand over the floor to the next speaker. But before I do that, I would like to thank you, Amir, and the Cultural Forum and our partners in preparing this project. And I'd like to thank the guests also who are attending this for their interest, and wish you an enjoyable late afternoon as we speak. Thank you.